Ken, if you can hear me, I seem to have a blip on my short-range scanner. It's an unidentified object, and it's heading straight for the ship. I can see it. It's metallic. I think there might be a bit of debris. I think I'm going to try and move out of its way. No, it's slowing down. It's slowing down. What is it? It's settling into my trajectory. It's probably like really small aliens or something. Look, they're going to think I'm a giant. Do experiments on me involving probes. Dreadful. I'll try and get a closer look. It's got something written on the side of it. It says, parcel force. Hey, postman. Hey, shout us, the postman's come. I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in. All right. Got it. Okay. Well, hey, check it out. Dan Doyle, outer space. This is exciting. There's something in here. What is it, I wonder? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a tape recorder.
Dear Dan, we thought it necessary to contact you in this way, now that we cannot flash messages to you anymore. A nice professor from NASA built the mail pod and coordinated it with your guidance system.
That's awful.
Dan, we understand that you must be very confused. Clark's proposal must, in a strange way, be quite tempting. The fact is, an undertaking of this magnitude must be properly discussed and reasoned through. Nobody wins if you leave the galaxy. However, if you choose to come home, we may be able to analyze the remains of the technology on board the ship. It may be possible, when we have figured out Clark's methods, to organize another mission with the hyperdrive specifically in mind. You could be a real hero, Dan. A chance to pilot the first deep space probe in the name of Britain and America. We've had lots of interest from the States in the last week. Apparently, when they found out about Clark's hyperdrive, they decided to bring us in as partners in the American space program. That would mean better facilities, a better ship, more space, a trouser press, and a hairdryer with 2 speed settings. So you must be wondering how we managed not to notice that the ship had been designed with far more capabilities than we'd asked for. Clark told us that the hyperdrive was a coffee machine. In retrospect, we should have realized that it wasn't a coffee machine, what with it being nuclear powered, and costing more than the rest of the ship put together, not to mention the fact that the ship already had a coffee machine. Come home, Dan. We need you. Your country needs you. And Alison needs you. Yes, Dan. Alison phoned me last week and confessed that she loves you deeply and wants to marry you. Do the right thing, Dan. Come home. We care about you and do not want to see you get hurt. Your friend, Kenneth B. Ferguson. Was that okay?
What a lovely letter, Ken. And so nice of your Uncle Sam to lend you a hand. The fact is, I've been up here for 6 weeks now, okay? All I've had to talk to is a dog, a light, and an artificial intelligence system who has now switched himself off. And you haven't thought about sending me a letter until now. It was my birthday 3 weeks ago. I didn't get so much as a record token. Do you think this kind of patronising flattery is going to bring me back like a faithful little space fella just so you can get your hand on Clark's flipping hyperdrive? You don't want me. You just want the ship. If I decide to come home, it's going to be because I want to, okay? Not for you, not for Britain, not for America, you know, not for Alison. And as for Alison, I happen to know that Alison married Dave last Saturday at Gloucester Cathedral. I know because it's in my diary, Black Saturday, okay? I know because I was in her wardrobe when he proposed to her. Alison hates me. You know, I love her, but she thinks I'm a jerk. That's the way it is. It's the way it goes. I mean, no amount of orbiting around Earth is going to change that. I mean, thinking about it, she's the only thing I've really got to come back for. I mean, my mum hasn't spoken to me since I broke a ceramic Shire horse in 1975. My dad, you know, he's this pillar of it. He's a pillar. He's just a pillar. That's all he is a pillar. Mum met him in Greece, had him shipped back. He's, you know, he's hard, but supportive, I suppose. This is a chance for me to do something, you know, do something for myself, to be something. Even if nobody ever sees me again, they'll know that I'm out there, you know, in the name of humanity. in the name of Daniel George Doyle. Shatner, I've made a decision. We're going. You ready for an adventure, boy? Engage.
Glad you decided to take the ride, Dan. The navigational systems are calculating the position of a suitable singularity with which to fold. No going back now.
Right.
Dan, when all the coordinates have been fed into the navigational computer, we will be able to jump. I would just like to say that I'm looking forward to working with you, and that I have every confidence in the mission. I know I made a few bad decisions earlier, not least asking you to put Shatner in the garbage chute, but I feel much better now.
It's okay, Alan.
Dan, I must warn you, you will experience a certain amount of disorientation when the hyperdrive activates. If you feel the need to be sick, there is a bag to your left. I would also like to tell you about the onboard emergency exits, but there aren't any.
Fine.
The navigational computer has completed its primary calculations. Are you ready, Dan?
Alan.
Yes, Dan.
I'm frightened.
Don't be, Dan.
I've never done this before.
Neither have I.
Alan, will there be aliens?
My probability drive calculates that the chances of us not encountering intelligent life are 7,523,406 to 1.
So we might then?
Probably.
Will there be girls?
That depends entirely on whether the civilizations we encounter adhere biologically to the same notions of gender and sex.
You know, if there were girls, because, you know, maybe I could get married and have a space baby.
Would you like a boy or a girl, Dan?
Oh, well, you know, as long as it had sort of 6 tentacles, 2 heads and a large central swiveling eye, I'd be happy.
30 seconds, Dan. Dan, I'm proud of you, Dan.
Well, you know, I'm proud of you too, Alan.
Really?
Of course I am.
Thank you.
Ken, look, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this really is something I've just got to do, you know. I'll bring you something back. Maybe one of them snowstorm things or a bit of rock with "I've been to Alpha Centauri" written through the middle, you know. Oh, and Ken, could you give a message to Alison for me? You ready, Alan?
Affirmative, Dan.
You ready, Shatner? Let's do it.